Hello everyone. Welcome back to our subject ECLV4143 Play and Learning in Early Childhood Education. This week we are going to look at Unit 10 Play-Based Assessment and Evaluation. The purpose of play-based assessment in kindergarten is to understand children's development by watching them play. This method lets teachers see how kids learn and grow in a setting that feels comfortable and natural to them. While playing, children are more likely to show their true abilities and interests, which helps teachers understand their development better. By interacting with their peers and using different materials during play, children reveal important information about their skills, such as how they solve problems, how they communicate, and how they interact with others. The key takeaway here is that play-based assessment provides a stress-free environment for children, making it easier for teachers to gather valuable insights into their development. Remember, this approach is all about seeing the child as they truly are, in a setting where they feel at ease. In this slide, we are exploring the different types of play-based assessments, which are essential in understanding and supporting children's learning and development. First, assessment for learning involves ongoing observations while children are engaged in play. This helps educators track progress and provide feedback that guides future teaching strategies. Next, assessment of learning happens after play sessions. Here, teachers assess outcomes like cognitive skills, problem-solving abilities, and social interactions based on what they observed during play. Finally, assessment as learning empowers children by involving them in the assessment process. During play, children reflect on their actions and make conscious choices about their learning progress. Remember, each type of assessment provides valuable insights and helps tailor educational approaches to meet each child's unique needs. Now let's talk about the pedagogical foundation. In play-based settings, assessment isn't something separate from teaching. Instead, it happens naturally as teachers observe children during play. This helps teachers understand how children solve problems, make choices, and grow their skills in a real-world context. Next, we have holistic development. Unlike traditional methods that focus only on academic skills, play-based assessment considers emotional, social, and physical growth too. Teachers can see a child's creativity, social skills, independence, and how they manage emotions, all during play. Lastly, play is unique to each child, making it responsive to individual needs. By observing play, teachers can identify a child's strengths and areas where they might need more support. This way, they can create personalized teaching strategies that cater to each child's unique development. Understanding a child's individual needs is the first step in play-based assessment. These needs can be cognitive, emotional, or developmental. Let's start with cognitive needs. This involves observing how a child thinks and processes information during play. Does the child solve problems alone or seek help? Do they experiment with different ways to achieve a goal? Next, emotional needs are crucial. Pay attention to how the child expresses feelings while playing. Do they get frustrated easily, or can they manage their emotions? Finally, consider developmental needs. Observe how the child interacts with others and how they communicate non-verbally. Are they able to share and take turns, or do they prefer to play alone? By watching children play, teachers can gather valuable insights. This helps them tailor their approach to support each child's growth effectively. Understanding these needs helps create a supportive learning environment where every child can thrive. Understanding a child's cognitive needs is vital in play-based learning. Observing play reveals insights into their thinking, problem-solving, and logic. For instance, stacking blocks helps children explore cause and effect relationships. Teachers can observe skills like memory and attention in this natural context, allowing them to tailor teaching strategies for effective cognitive development. The discussion prompts others to consider additional play activities that may showcase a child's cognitive processes. Understanding a child's emotional and social needs through play is essential, as it's an emotional journey that fosters self-regulation, empathy, and social interaction. Observing children during play can reveal how they handle emotions like frustration or excitement, providing insights into their emotional management and social adaptation. Key focus areas include self-regulation, monitoring emotional control in play; empathy, observing responses to others' feelings; interpersonal relationships, noting interactions, sharing, and conflict resolution. This understanding aids in effectively supporting their emotional and social development. Play is vital for a child's physical and motor development, helping strengthen fine motor skills through activities like drawing and building, while gross motor skills are enhanced through active play like running and climbing. Educators can observe these activities to assess a child's physical skill development for everyday tasks. Fostering a play-focused environment allows children to naturally develop essential skills while enjoying themselves, guiding us in identifying their strengths and areas for improvement. When we talk about play-based assessment, it's all about seeing how children show their abilities and where they might need more help, all while they're playing. Play is a natural and comfortable way for kids to show what they can do. It gives us a complete picture of their growth and development. Let's focus on how play allows children to highlight their strengths. In this setting, they can freely express what they're good at, without feeling any pressure. By observing them in play, we not only see where they shine but also where they might need a little more help. Let's focus on what children are naturally good at during play. First, recognize that each child has their own unique strengths. Some might be exceptional at social interactions, easily using language to connect with others. Others may quickly solve puzzles, showing strong problem-solving skills. Additionally, creativity is a key strength. Children often express this through pretend play, like role-playing or creating stories. By identifying these strengths, we can build on them, helping children grow and develop further in these areas. Recognizing these strengths means we can support and nurture what children already do well, setting the stage for continued success and development. When assessing children through play, it's important to identify areas where they may need additional support. For example, a child who plays alone or struggles to share might require guidance in social skills. Observing these challenges allows educators to create tailored interventions that address the child's developmental needs. This holistic approach aims to foster both skill development and individual strengths, ensuring each child receives the necessary support to thrive. A personalized approach to play-based assessments focuses on recognizing each child's unique needs and interests. Tailoring activities to these interests enhances engagement and encourages self-expression. For instance, using animal figurines for a child who loves animals can foster communication and creativity. This adaptability leads to a more effective assessment process, supporting the child's growth and development. This slide explores the flexibility of personalized assessment approaches. Observation flexibility. Adapt how you record a child's play based on their personality. For shy children, focus on independent play, while for socially interactive ones, observe peer interactions to identify strengths in various contexts. Adjusting play scenarios. Tailor activities to each child's developmental stage. Use larger objects for those developing basic motor skills, and provide more intricate tasks for advanced fine motor skills, ensuring each child is challenged yet comfortable. Engagement. Emphasize the importance of flexibility and adaptation, and encourage questions or reflections on applying these strategies. It's important to remember that not all children express their ideas through words. For example, a child might build a structure to show their thoughts and creativity. As educators, we should pay attention to these nonverbal forms of communication and adapt our assessment tools to suit these methods of expression. This way, we ensure that we are capturing the child's capabilities and ideas accurately and respectfully. By observing actions and creations, rather than just listening for words, we can gain deeper insights into the child's understanding and imagination. This approach not only helps in assessment but also in making the child feel valued and understood. Understanding emotional characteristics in early childhood is essential, with play-based assessments revealing emotional regulation, how children handle feelings during play, empathy and social interactions. Engagement with peers reflects their emotional understanding. Attachment and trust. Interactions indicate relationship security, crucial for emotional growth. Encouraging reflection highlights the importance of observing these traits. Play is essential for children's emotional regulation, helping them manage feelings like frustration and disappointment. Observing how kids react to challenges during play can reveal their emotional management skills, which are vital for their development. Reflecting on these reactions provides valuable insights into their ability to cope with emotions. This slide highlights empathy and social interactions in play, showcasing how children emotionally engage with peers. Key observations include noticing when peers are sad or upset, an essential aspect of empathy. Responding supportively, such as offering comfort, sharing toys, or resolving conflicts, which demonstrates positive social interaction. Recognizing these behaviors as indicators of emotional awareness, crucial for future healthy relationships. When observing children's play, focus on their attachment and trust behaviors. Secure children express themselves more openly and may seek comfort, show affection, or include adults in activities, indicating a trusting relationship. These observations provide insights into a child's emotional development and security. Reflect on the significance of attachment. Emphasize the importance of observing these behaviors. Consider how this impacts children's play. This slide examines how children's play reactions reveal their emotional traits. Comforting a peer or sharing a toy indicates empathy and emotional maturity, essential for social development. Difficulty in sharing or frustration during group play may suggest a need for support in managing emotions and social skills, not a flaw in the child. Recognizing these behaviors early can have a positive impact, encouraging the audience to think about ways to support children's emotional development. This slide highlights the importance of critical reflection in enhancing play-based assessment practices. Reflection in practice. Educators evaluate the design of play activities and their effectiveness in promoting learning, focusing on both children's behavior and teaching methods. Critical reflection defined. Teachers analyze their practices through various perspectives, including theoretical frameworks, children's responses, learning outcomes, and feedback from families and peers. Adapting play-based assessment. Critical reflection allows teachers to customize assessment strategies to align with children's developmental stages, ensuring flexibility to meet individual needs. The aim is to create a responsive assessment process that evolves with children's growth and learning. When discussing the intentionality of the teacher's role in assessment, it's important to focus on three main areas that define effective assessment practices. First, teachers use their specialized knowledge of early childhood development to plan, implement, and evaluate assessments intentionally. This means recognizing and documenting children's learning through play, focusing on holistic aspects of their development. The Queensland Kindergarten Learning Guidelines serve as a key reference for this process. Second, effective assessment describes a continuum of learning. Teachers observe and document children's progress, capturing both broad learning goals and individual achievements. This approach acknowledges that learning is fluid and ongoing. Finally, the practices must be valid, reliable, and fair. Teachers should select methods such as observations, conversations, and artifacts that accurately reflect children's progress. These practices also enhance engagement and relationships, aligning with play-based pedagogies to involve both children and families positively. When discussing the intentionality of the teacher's role in assessment, it's important to focus on three main areas that define effective assessment practices. First, teachers use their specialized knowledge of early childhood development to plan, implement, and evaluate assessments intentionally. This means recognizing and documenting children's learning through play, focusing on holistic aspects of their development. The Queensland Kindergarten Learning Guidelines serve as a key reference for this process. Second, effective assessment describes a continuum of learning. Teachers observe and document children's progress, capturing both broad learning goals and individual achievements. This approach acknowledges that learning is fluid and ongoing. Finally, the practices must be valid, reliable, and fair. Teachers should select methods such as observations, conversations, and artifacts that accurately reflect children's progress. These practices also enhance engagement and relationships, aligning with play-based pedagogies to involve both children and families positively. When embedding and sustaining assessment practices, it's crucial to tailor these practices to the specific kindergarten community. Consider the children's backgrounds and developmental stages to make assessments meaningful and relevant. This means designing assessments that connect with the children's unique experiences and needs. Sustainability is key. Teachers should aim to create assessment routines that are both manageable and valuable over time. This involves having clear documentation strategies and sharing progress with families in a way that's informative, yet not burdensome for educators. Teachers and educators need to make pedagogical considerations a priority. Use your time wisely to focus on assessments that truly matter. Collaborate with your team to gather different viewpoints on children's learning. It's important to avoid over-assessing and producing excessive documentation. Reflect critically on why and how you assess to ensure the process remains purposeful. Thank you for listening and see you on our next unit. Bye.